All right. Well, guys, happy Friday. I am so excited to see all of you. It has been an incredible week and a whirlwind. As you know, we were in Cancun last week. We had extended, we stayed till Saturday, which thank goodness, because we at least got one day of sunshine. And in addition to that, we came home, we celebrated Father's Day quickly, and then I headed out on Monday with my daughter and took her to Oregon where she has a job for the summer, and that's where she goes to school. So will have her car now for her job this summer and school in the fall, and then flew home yesterday. So it's been crazy. I finally am happy to sleep in my own bed. But I am so excited, guys, because the reason I bring up the Cancun trip is, when we talk about these trips, we tell you all the time, it's so much more than just the trip, right? It's getting around those like-minded people. It's getting to get to know more people. It's getting to really be inspired by people who you don't get to see every day on a call. And I got to tell you, I met so many incredible people last week and have so many new friends from this trip. And I'm so excited about it. And I've got one of them who's going to be on here today. I'm going to tell you just a little bit about her in a minute. And let me tell you, I'm just going to be honest, she's a badass, right? She just is. And so I'm so excited to bring her on. But I share that with you because, when there's some kind of incentive trip or something like that, like, you want to be on them. Like, if you're really building a business, you want to do everything that you can to be on these trips, because it's the people that you meet. It's the people you get to surround yourself with. You bring away so much more. It'll raise that bar for you in a way that you might not get it raised on a normal day. And also it's just, it's the same thing with the events that we have, right? When we've got training events and things, it's being around those like-minded people, and you're going to learn so much from them. So I just want to share a little bit here with you guys today, because I know one of the questions that I've been getting, at least, and I know a lot of the organization, is how in the world do we sell travel to people? Because we are a product company, right? We have been selling product for years. In fact, I have built my entire business more from the skincare line than the nutrition line. Like, 95% of my business has been built specifically from the skincare line that we've got. So the cool thing here at Secret is you can build $1 million business with any one of the three or all of the three, whatever it is that you choose. But when I met this individual, I mean, we hit it off right away. And I actually can't even wait to spend more time with her at other events, because we just had a lot of fun talking. And I can, and then as I learned more about her, I realized we've got a lot in common too, with just the way we are with our personalities, and which now makes so much sense of why we, hit it off so well. But just to share a little bit about her, she is a mom of three. She comes from a very large family. In fact, I was blown away. Her dad is actually number 17 of 23 kids, right? Like, I was like, oh my gosh, that's crazy. But she was the first female in her family to go to college. She actually graduated with 3 degrees, and she started her career as a stockbroker, where she, was a 6-figure income earner by the age of 23, right? That is pretty darn awesome. She has been in this network marketing industry since 2001. She is a diamond leader here at Secret. And in her previous company, she has enjoyed over 150 luxury vacations over the last 12 years. Her kids earned their second passports by the ages of 6, 8, and 10. She recently, she's a fitness and wellness enthusiast, and she recently earned her WBFF Pro Athlete card this year, which is amazing. Her and her business partner have built a team of over 1 million people. Guys, 1 million people in over 43 countries around the world. That is insane. She has earned an 8-figure income within the network marketing career, and she has helped over 5,000 people earn over $5,000 a month. That is amazing, because I know that is one of my things, is to help as many people as possible get to that 5,000 plus per month. And she's helped over 60 people achieve $1 million or more in income in this industry, which is absolutely incredible. So I am so excited to have her on today. She speaks from her heart. She's got so much passion in everything she does. And so without further ado, I want to introduce you guys to Miss Rhonda Morris. So Rhonda,
thank
you for
you so
being
much. Absolutely. Hi, everybody. It's so nice to meet you. I hope everybody is healthy and well wherever you guys are, anywhere in the world. I'm in Dallas, Texas. The sun is shining. I'm so happy. We had like a month of straight rain. So it's a good day. It's a great day. If you hear any noise in the background, I'm going to apologize right now. I've got 3 kids that are running around. But I am so happy to be here. Trish, thank you so much for having me on.
You're welcome. So Rhonda, we would love to learn first a little bit more about you. I mean, I gave a few of your highlights, but if you wouldn't mind sharing just a little bit more about you, and then I would love for you to tell us how you've got over 1 million people for travel. Like, that's insane.
You know, it's so funny. I just literally got a message on Instagram yesterday from some girl that just said, "Hey, I did a hashtag, you came up. I see that you get paid to travel. I want to get paid to travel. How do you do that?" I literally have people reaching out to me where most of my, I mean, when I got started in the travel industry originally 20 years ago with Jefferson Santos and Matt Morris, I mean, that's how I got started in this industry back in 2001, 20 years ago. And then 12 years ago, with our previous company, we basically just shared this with about 400 people that said yes. And those 400 turned into 1 million in 43 countries. But it was a lot. And back then we weren't using Facebook. We weren't using Instagram. There was no social media. It was all word of mouth, like traditional network marketing. And, a lot of phone calls, a lot of one-on-ones, a lot of 3-ways. But now it's been so exciting to, just post our travel, post our experiences. Look, you guys, before Secret had travel, you were going on vacations with your families, right? You were already taking pictures and letting everybody know how much fun you were having. You just weren't getting paid for it. So all I've ever done is just share my life story. I post it. I tag the hotel. I tag the company. I tag who I'm representing, whether it's my former company or now it's Club Secret and everything that I tag. And I'm literally getting people messaging me going, "How do I do that? How do I do that?" Or "What do you do? What do you do?" And so yesterday I ended up having a call last night with this girl and I said, "How did you find me?" She goes, "I did a hashtag for paid to travel," because I literally put paid to travel on everything I do. And I came up, she's in Miami and she's like, "I go on all these vacations. I'd love to earn some income for doing what I'm already doing." So we had a conversation and she's ready to get started today. But it's so I'm always recruiting. It's not in the traditional sense where I'm having to, cold call somebody. Mine is just literally just putting myself out there with my story and not, I think you've heard it a million times, facts tell, stories sell. When we were going to Scottsdale a couple of weeks ago we did a little team event at Isaac's house, and I was getting picked up by Uber, and the Uber driver picked me up and said, "What do you do for a living?" And I said, "I show people how to look better, feel better, and experience the world." And he goes, "I want to do that." And so, you ask people questions, right? And I'm like, "Well, how did you get into doing Uber? Do you do anything else? What did you do before this?" And literally by the end of the drive, the 20-minute drive to the airport, he said, "Do not get out of my car before I'm on your team." And he literally joined Club Secret, bought a wow package, a nutrition pack for $300, and was on the team in 20 minutes. I'm not even asking these people for their business. It's crazy. So, I mean, to go back in time, here's the thing. For me, my passion is travel. It's always been travel. I was, successful at a young age, but I also I'm a saver, and I would save all my money for these big vacations. And I had, my best girlfriends, and we'd save up all year and we'd do these amazing trips. And, we'd spend $5,000 to go to Australia for 5 days or something like that. And now, you guys, if you have any idea what we're curating right now, being there with Trish this past week in Cancun and listening to Isaac talk about what we're about to announce at boot camp, you do not want to miss boot camp. Okay, you've got to be there. You got to be there. You got to be there. It's going to be huge. We're going to be unveiling some really big stuff, some really exciting things for Club Secret, and I'm pumped about it because this is like getting in at the ground floor all over again. And what we're curating, being able to curate these group trips where, and I know some of you might be thinking, if you've never done this before, like, I'm not really into that group thing. Okay, let me just tell you, if you know your team, this is your vibe, this is your group, this is your family, right? These are the people you're going to travel the world with. And I can't even think of anyone that's not in our company that like everyone's already in. I'm trying to find new people to add to the family because everybody that has been watching my journey has said, I want to travel with you. And so 151 vacations in the last 12 years, all earned and paid for by my previous company. I've never paid for a vacation. And then I just use these stories, to build my future stories. But it's, here's the thing, when you're authentic, when you speak from your heart, when you share your family, your kids, I have my kids half the time, the other half they're with their dad. We're both very engaged with them. But when I don't have my kids and it's raining, I want to be on a vacation. And it has been cheaper for me to be at an all-inclusive in Mexico for 3 nights and 4 days than it is for me to stay in Dallas the way I like to go out. So it's literally been, I went to Mexico 6 times in 7 weeks between October and December because it was just cheaper for me to live in an all-inclusive. So it's a lot harder to stay fit at an all-inclusive, but it's definitely more fun. So that's kind of, how we've experienced the world. I want my children to be world schooled. For me, I'm Palestinian by nationality. So Isaac and I have a really great bond because my mom's from Bethlehem, my dad's from Jerusalem, he's Israeli, I'm Palestinian. It's like, we're going to create world peace with this company. I'm so happy. I couldn't feel more at home. And being able to teach our children that, love is humanity. Love is, I have actually a big painting in my living room that says, travel is the only thing you buy that travel is the only thing you buy that makes you richer. And so for me, I don't even own a pair of red bottom shoes, guys. I've made an 8-figure income. I've been driving the same car since 2012 because I would rather spend my money on experiences than things. And I want to teach my kids to do the same thing. And so, not to say this isn't the year that I go buy myself a Ferrari, but I really want my kids to have these peak life experiences. And so with travel, it's, you ask people, this is all I do is you ask people, what would you do if you had time freedom and money freedom? This is what I've asked everyone for 12 years. I am telling you 9 out of 10 times, almost 10 out of 10 times, they say travel almost every time. If money and time weren't an issue, they would be traveling. And so when I asked them, well, what's holding you back? Well, I lost my job, or, I've got this big family to feed, or I'm just not making enough money. Well, what if there was a way that you could change that? What if there was a way you could have it all? What if there's a way that you could literally take 5-star rock star vacations for 2-star Jamaican prices? I mean, I literally tell people, what if you could travel like a rock star on a Jamaican budget? Write these things down because they're so good. They work. And I got Rohan Marley is a friend of mine, Bob Marley's son, because I met him at the Fives Oceanfront. If you haven't been to the Fives Oceanfront down in Puerto Morelos, it's between Cancun and Playa del Carmen. It's an incredible 4-diamond property. It's the Azul Fives is what it used to be called, but it's very boutique. It's small. It's intimate. It's cozy. It's where I like to travel by myself, where I do some of my best thinking. But Rohan Marley lives there. And we were just chit chatting about, you know, the Jamaican lifestyle and how they don't have, you know, they don't have any worries. They just live life so free, and they're broke. Like, they are straight up broke, and they are the happiest people on the planet. But they live with that mentality of just life is a blessing. And so, you know, all I want to teach people is that life is really a blessing. It's just all in how you look at it, right? And so in my previous company, it cost $300 for people, actually more than that. I think it cost 300 and actually more than that, $400 to join, $125 a month for a service that my partner and I actually surveyed our entire database. Less than half of 1% actually took a trip. That's so
Oh my
sad.
gosh. You mean they paid sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. They paid $125 a month and less than 1% of them actually used it?
Less than 1%. And this was an auto ship that they paid every month. And I was beside myself. How have people signed up for this and never taken a trip? Why did you sign up? And so when I look at Club Secret and I compare it to what we had before, number one, this platform is so much more robust. There's so much more. In fact, we have the vacation villas, right? We have the access to these amazing mansions that I don't even think you'll find in Airbnb, because most billionaires don't put their properties in Airbnb. But you've got the villas, you've got the weeks, you've got cruises and yachts. All of that was extra in our company. So if you wanted to have access to the yachts and the multi-million-dollar villas, you had to be what we called a titanium member. It was $1,000 to join and $200 a month to get access to that. And people were joining for that without even flinching. They were like, yeah, I want the villas, I want the yachts, the private jets, all that. And then they didn't use it. So I'm over here going, our program is $300 one time. You get something for it, where we got nothing for it. You get $300, gets you that awesome Club Secret Founders Circle travel bag, which, by the way, if you don't have it yet, you need to get it, because when we get to 10,000, they're gone. So the Club Secret travel bag stuffed with our products, with our best-selling products. So, you know, it's amazing. You're getting something for your money, and then it's $50 a month. Like, people are spending more than that for, you know, I mean, I can't even go to dinner for $50 anymore. So $50 a month. And I'll give you an example. Trish, when we left the Planet Hollywood Resort, you extended your stay for a day. I extended for 3. And my friend Kim and I went over to the TRS hotel, which was 2 doors down. I booked it totally last minute. Okay. I booked it from the Planet Hollywood Hotel. That's how last minute I did it, through the Club Secret back office. And it was for 3 nights, 4 days. You can't even compare it to the Planet Hollywood. Was nice. It had a lot, but the service at TRS was like going to a Ritz-Carlton. I mean, it was just the butler, the wet, you know, the eucalyptus washcloth upon arrival with a true glass of champagne and a Waterford crystal glass, like super high end, 4-diamond experience. And on the TRS website, it was $2,200 for the 3 nights. We got it for $895 for 3 nights. Wow. Now do the math, but that's somewhere around 65% off. And I booked that last minute. And they treated me just like any other guest right from their website. So it was literally, okay, so if you do the math on that, if I paid $895 and the hotel stay was $2,200, I saved what, $1,400, $1,300, let's say, $1,300. Now, what is your monthly membership? $50 a month, that's $600. I saved 2 years worth of monthly membership dues in one 3-night hotel stay. Write that down. 2 years of membership savings, monthly dues, in one 3-night hotel stay. How can you say no to this? And on top of that, so here's what I used to tell people, and I still tell people. In my previous company, it was $25 a month to be an agent with the company. Okay, so $250 a year. With Secret, it's $49 a year to be an agent. So when people, I love that you can be a customer and you can join for free, not for free, you can join for $49 a year, and then you don't pay anything extra other than the $50 a month you're locked in at. But why wouldn't you do the $49 and be an agent? Because now you've taken yourself from being not just a travel club member, but owning a travel business. Now, when you own a travel business and your product is the world and you're marketing your product, my vacations are a tax deduction, right? I mean, talk to your CPA. That's my disclaimer. But for 12 years, I've written off 151 vacations because that's my product, and my product is the world. So it is literally, I don't know why anyone wouldn't be an agent just to have the financial benefit of writing off your vacations, much less referring people to travel with you. And you go on the trip, and I'll give you my own experience. So I go to the TRS. I just left on Monday, and so I'm at the hotel, the pool bar, right? We're all, now the sun is shining, people are happy, drinks are flowing, and I'm asking people, I'm just curious, how did you, like, where are you from? What do you do? Who are you here with? How did you book this? Oh, we booked it on hotels.com, or we just went straight to the hotel website. I'm like, do you mind my asking what you paid? They paid around that 2,200. And I'm like, what if I told you what I paid? And they're like, what did you pay? And I'm like, about a third of that. And they're like, what? How? Are you a travel agent? Nope, not a travel agent. I'm a member of this amazing travel club for $50 a month. And I literally save up to 70%, sometimes 90% off on my travel. Now, what you guys don't realize is what we're about to unveil with these curated trips. It's going to blow you away. Right now, what we have is just like a hotel booking engine where we get the guaranteed lowest pricing, right? And by the way, if you didn't know this part about our booking engine, so we have the guaranteed lowest pricing. Now, when you go into Club Secret's booking engine and you search a hotel, and if you haven't done this, please, when you're free today, go act like you're going to book a hotel, because I want you to see what it does. The booking engine, actually type in, like, act like you're going to go somewhere next month and put in some dates, and it's going to show you all the hotels. You can choose a filter that's going to be, like I'm a little bougie. I don't do anything less than a 4-star, really a 5-star. And then it only pulls up the properties in my range. And then it'll search all of the online most popular booking engines from hotels.com, Travelocity, Expedia, all that. And it'll show you the lowest price, and then it'll show you our price. And it could just take $5 off and then, guarantee the lowest price. Well, we saved you $5, so we have the lowest price. No, it does way more than that. In a lot of cases, it takes off hundreds, sometimes even thousands. I looked at a property to take my kids to called the Paradisus. It's down in Playa del Carmen. It's a 4-diamond property with the swim out suite, the butler, all that. And it showed $4,500 for 4 nights and 5 days. And then that was the lowest public price. And then our price was $1,900. So it was over $2,000 in savings. You guys, it's incredible. Just that alone, the hotels alone is huge. But when we do these curated trips, what our team is working on right now, and I'm so excited that we have Ron Walden on board, our new president of Club Secret. I think that's his title, but he came from Nike, right? My favorite brand. And I really believe that Ron is going to brand Club Secret like Nike. I mean, we are going to be a household name. So we're going to have our own apparel. We're going to have our own, everyone is going to know who Club Secret is. Okay. I cannot even begin to tell you how excited I am that we're all in this at the very beginning, and that we get to basically transform travel. We get to transform. Look, people have been on lockdown for 15 months. They've been stuck in their houses, maybe longer, some people longer in other parts of the world. Just from, and I'm sure you experienced this, Trish, like people were so happy to be, and we didn't even care that it was raining, right? We were like having a ball just because we were in a foreign country and we were with our friends and family again. We were excited to be out. People are excited, they're ready, and they're waiting for someone like you to tell them that there's a better way. They're waiting for someone. So all I'm going to say is I've been talking for probably 15 minutes straight. I'm so
You're
sorry.
right.
But all I want you to do is I'm going to challenge you guys. Go find any picture from any travel you've done in the past. Okay. Post it, and put in this, on this picture. I want you to put, and I use Instagram because I've maxed out my Facebook, and I don't, you can find me on Facebook, you can find me on Instagram, but I post everything on Instagram because that's where people will pick up the hashtags. But I post to Instagram and I have it share automatically to Facebook, and I'll do a picture. And then you have this option where you can add like a poll or a question. And so I'll say, who's ready to travel? And you can do the sliding happy face, or you can do where do you want to go next? When you ask engaging questions, people will respond. And then those are prospects for you guys. Those are prospects. So I'll ask, where do you want to go next? Dubai, Mexico, Italy, and let people respond to you. When they do, you private message them and say, awesome. Have you booked anything yet? No, not yet. What if I showed you a way where you can save a ton of money? Would you want to know how? And that's it. And then those are my prospects. And I'll literally, all I do, guys, I don't know if you have downloaded the Call to Succeed app. If you haven't, that's an app that Jefferson Santos created. It's an incredible training app. It's what I give to all my new members when they join. I say the first thing you got to do is download the Call to Succeed app. It's free. It's in the App Store, whether you have an Android or an iPhone, doesn't matter. He's got 4 getting started videos. Then he's got the presentation in there. And that's all I do. Look, I do Zooms, but all I do is I do my intro. I share my story. I push play on Jefferson's video. And then at the end, I take testimonies from the team. And that's it. It's Called to Succeed. CALLEDTO Succeed. And it looks like a navy blue and white lighthouse logo. And it's incredible. He's got all the videos in there, audios. He's got product videos in there. I think he's got even access to other languages. He's got the templates. Jefferson invests so much out of his own pocket. He is literally one of the best leaders I've ever seen. I'm so grateful for him. And his wife, Megan, she's incredible with thank you, Trisha, for putting. But yes, so the Call to Succeed app, it's a free app. He wants everybody to use it. Doesn't matter. We're all one, right? So in the app, when you click on the presentation, there's, if you click on it if you're doing it from your phone, you click on it twice, and you'll see this little box with an arrow popping out so that you can share the presentation. So you can share it via text, Messenger, WhatsApp, however you want to send it. And then I just, like the girl from Instagram last night that found me on that hashtag, she said, I said, just watch this 20-minute video. And I did the same thing with the Uber driver. Oh, and by the way, there was a guy sitting on the plane with me, next to me, didn't say a word to me the whole flight on the way to Scottsdale a couple of weeks ago. We're at baggage claim waiting for the luggage. And he goes, okay, it's killing me. What do you do for a living? Because I had on this big ring. I'm not wearing it right now, but it's a ring I earned in my previous company, which you guys will all get secret to. And he said, are you with a player? And I'm like, I am the player. I earned it for showing people how to have my lifestyle and get paid for it. And he was like, okay, hold on. I play for the Arizona Cardinals. I don't think I have a chance of earning a ring like that, but it sounds like I have a better chance of earning a ring like that with you. And I'm like, absolutely. So he joined the team. It's literally as simple as sharing that 20-minute video and then get them on the phone with your upline to get your questions answered. You guys, what I teach my team is don't ever sell this yourself. Now, I hope I'm not conflicting with anything, Trish, you say, but if you're new, I literally say, listen, the way that we have the most success is to show people how simple and duplicatable this is. So if you're new and you're trying to answer their questions, maybe you don't have all the answers because you're new to the travel thing, then get them on the phone with me. We may not be on the same, I may not be your upline, but I'm happy to help anybody. You guys find me on Instagram, Rhonda S. Morris, message me. I'm happy to help anyone. I would love to help you guys. Get me on a 3-way call. I'm happy to share my story. But I feel like, what I want to do is just bless as many people as we can, however we can. And with the world literally opening up and starting to welcome us, there's so many people that would love to be a part of this, and they just don't know it exists. So use your social media. And for those of you that may be a little bit older, I actually had a 90-something-year-old woman on my previous, no, she's still on our, but she learned to use Instagram just to post some of her travel pictures. And she's so happy. She's so excited. She posts a travel picture and says, "Who's ready to travel?" And she's like, "Now what do I do? There's like 25 messages in my inbox." I'm like, "Call them, just sign them up." So I went all over the place, Trisha. I'm so sorry.
No,
but
this is great. Great.
So, here's the deal. Keep it simple. Just keep it simple. I mean, you may not have a story with Club Secret yet, but I don't think there's anyone on this call that hasn't taken a vacation. So just post some of your favorite pictures from previous trips and just say, "Who's ready to travel?" I can show you how to take a 5-star vacation for a 2-star price. Or would you like to travel like a rock star on a Jamaican budget? DM me. That's it. Just DM me. Hashtag Club Secret. Hashtag paid to travel. That's it. And you know what? I actually, Trish, I'll send you. I have like in my notes on my phone, I think Instagram allows 30 hashtags. So I have 30 hashtags for my Instagram that I just save for every post I do. And I can send you guys those hashtags, and people are actually looking up this stuff. Now I've never searched a hashtag, but I mean, like the girl from Instagram last night in Miami, she said, "Rhonda, I'm literally getting on a plane tomorrow because my kids go back to their dad and it's raining in Miami and I just want to get out of here." So she's on a plane to California right now. And she's like, "So you're telling me that hotel that I just booked in LA, I could have saved a bunch of money on?" I go, "Tell me what hotel it is. Tell me your dates. I'm going to send you what you could have paid." And I did. And she was like, she said a few choice words. That's all I'm going to say. But so it takes 2 seconds to just search that for someone, and I tell them, "Look, I don't do this for everybody. I don't have time to do that. But just to show you what the savings look like, I mean, it's just a no-brainer." And that's just on the hotels. So when we come out with our group trips that are going to be hands down the most fun you've ever had, the group trips have always been my favorite because you're with your team, you're with your family. And what the company will arrange for us is they're going to, just like what we experienced, Trish, I don't know if anyone else on the call was on our Browns trip with us, but they picked us up. We had a private transfer. They greeted us. We did this amazing welcome reception. It was like a big party. It was super fun, and a little nightclub upstairs. The drinks were flowing. We had hors d'oeuvres walking around. There was an excursion included. So that was a sample. What we just experienced on the Bronze trip was a sample of. Now, I would imagine that it's going to be a higher level experience than that for a lot of our trips. That was a great property with a lot of amenities. But a lot of, I think, what Club Secret's going to work on is going to be that more luxurious experience, kind of like what I went to the TRS hotel and experienced. Put the TRS hotel on your bucket list, by the way. It was phenomenal. And so, we're going to be unveiling those starting at boot camp. And they're going to be releasing several, I think, a month for the rest of the year. So not all at once, but hopefully come 2022, we're going to see a lot. Now, I'll tell you, with my previous company, when I got started, we had one group trip a month. And I thought that was awesome. I'm like, I mean, who can take more than one trip a month anyways? Well, then by like the following year, we had like one a week, and then it went up to one a day. And then before COVID, we had over 4,000 trips to choose from. And there was something for everyone. So I think, we're kind of having to work with the world right now. And as the world starts to open back up and starts to receive people again, then we'll be able to. Right now, we have to offer what is available. So that's part of the reason why. But I'm so excited that y'all are in this at the ground floor, because now you get to show people how to look better, feel better, experience the world. and have fun and get paid while you're doing it. And who doesn't want to do all that? And when I told the girl who called me about travel, I said, look, I'm going to tell you about the other parts of this. It may or may not be for you, but she was a former athlete. And I was like, hey, I'm an athlete. You know what I love? This is the best nutrition line I've ever seen in my life. It's clean, organic, vegan, plant-based, non-GMO. I wouldn't use anything else. And she was like, oh my God, that's amazing. I'll use it too. And then I'm like, I don't know how old you are. I'm 47, but people are surprised when they hear that. And so she was like, wait, what? We were on a FaceTime. I was like, yeah, my products come from the Dead Sea. They're amazing. And she's like, okay, I'm all in, the whole deal, all of it. So always talk about, and you guys come from, the product world, I think. So this is going to be easy for you. Adding travel is the bonus. So I'm sorry, Trish, I talked a long time, but
oh my gosh, Rhonda, don't be sorry.
If anybody has anything they want to ask me, go ahead.
And I was just going to ask that too. Yeah, guys, pop your questions in here. And I know Rhonda has a few minutes before her next call, but Rhonda, that was incredible. And there's a couple things that you said that I really love that you said, because I had some people who, for instance, when we went to Planet Hollywood, who pulled it up and went, well, it wasn't really much cheaper with Club Secret, but you just decided, but with Club Secret, you got the hotel or the transfers from the airport. You got the welcome reception, you got the excursion, right? You got all these extra things that if you booked it on your own, you wouldn't get, right?
Correct.
So,
correct.
Yeah, go ahead.
No, I was just going to say, when you start adding up all those things, which I've done a million times, the excursion is $125 a person. The transfers to and from the airport are $120 a person. That welcome reception, if you had put that together, that was probably an extra $40 a person. And we had 200 people there. Mm-hmm. You start adding those things up, you can't compare it. And then on top of that, well, do you get to go home and write your trip off on your taxes? Do you get to earn money for referring other people to have the same experience? No. So, I mean, that's priceless. So, we've only shared this with 400 people that said yes, 400. And they shared it with people who shared it with people who shared it with people all over the world. And it turned into a million. Now, out of those, I'll be frank with you, maybe 100,000 are currently active because COVID killed that, but we're bringing it back. And I'm super excited. We're going to get back to 1 million active, and I'm literally going through people. And so when Diana's asking, how long did it take to go from 400 to 1 million? 10 years. But imagine if you could have an 8-figure income in the next 10 years. Would you do it? Traveling the world? I mean, now I will say we probably got to 100,000 in a year, 100,000 in about a year. And then the 100,000 started duplicating. And as we got bigger with our travel offering, it became more and more. Yes, yes, I know. It became more and more, just people wanted it. They want it. And the 20-minute video is posted in Jefferson Santos's Called to Succeed app. Trish put that in the chat. Yeah. So download the app. You're going to go, it's the second button. It says presentation. So just click on it. And then you click on it a second time and it'll allow you to send it as a message. You can text it to anybody. And I literally, guys, it's so, it's funny because like the Uber driver that signed up before I even got out of the car, I didn't even ask him for his business. I don't ask people for their business anymore because I don't even get a chance to. They're like, okay, how do I do that? It's super easy. Let me send you a link to my website and I'll walk you through. It takes 5 minutes. And then as I'm walking them through and I tell them, okay, here's the Club Secret part. Now listen, I completely recommend, trying out the nutrition products, and guess what? If you end up, you don't want to do that part, you don't have to keep doing it. Club Secret is an auto ship. I love that. And then I tell them, for $100 a month, you already got Club Secret that's half of that. So you've already satisfied half of your volume requirement or your QV requirement. And then do the energy. Who can't use a little bit more energy for another 50 QV, or the Immunix, who doesn't need immunity? I mean, there's 2 products right there that are an even 50 QV that will make you hit that 100 QV per month mark. And people end up spending way more than that. I'm just telling them, here's the bare minimum. If that's all you can do Club Secret, do energy or the immunity product. And if you want to do more, do more. I do about 400 a month in QV in my monthly auto ship. I have a family of 4. My kids are out there right now drinking the greens straight in water, like literally like greens in water, and they drink it and they don't know any different because I make them do it, but they love it. They love it. And I make for those of you with young ones, my kids are younger. They're under 12, 6, 8, or 8, 10, and 12. And I make them a chunky monkey. Do you guys want my chunky monkey recipe? This is so good. So my chunky monkey recipe is, my kids love the chocolate protein. I love the vanilla. I do 2 scoops of the chocolate protein per child, a scoop of the greens. And if you don't already know this, 1 scoop of our greens is worth $100 of organic green vegetables in 1 scoop. Like literally you can get your whole week's worth of vegetables in 1 scoop. So I make my kids drink it every day. They love it. So we do that. I put almond milk, a banana, and some sun butter, and they love it. Sun butter, almond butter, whatever you want to put in it. And I blend it in the Vitamix, and it makes the most delicious, creamiest, like chocolate peanut butter smoothie. They love it. And I don't bother them at all about their nutrition. And then if you go to my Instagram, actually in my reels, I have, and Trish, if you want to put this in the chat, my Instagram is Rhonda S. Morris. It's RHONDA S like Sam Morris. But in my reels, I have, and it's all one word if you do it on Instagram. But in my reels, I have a few Instagram posts about making the, we've made brownies with the secret protein. We've made pancakes. We make muffins. Anything you can bake, the protein goes in it. Anything you can bake, protein in the batter. So I mean, if it's something that's not very healthy, like brownies, I make it a little bit healthier by adding the protein to it. We put some greens in it. We make some awesome muffins. It's just, our products are amazing. And I even have a reel in there about the M4 mud mask. You can see my daughter in the background. When I take the magnet across my face, she's going, it's hilarious. So you know what? Feel free to share my reels and say, this is my business partner, my friend, Rhonda, you got to check this out, and then send them to your website, send them to your Instagram. Just share my, let me do the work for you. Use my stuff, and then have them go to your website to sign up. So, I'm happy to help anybody any way I can. That's what I'm here for. I'm super excited to be traveling with you guys, by the way. I can't wait.
Absolutely. Well, Rhonda, thank you so much. This was incredible. So many nuggets that you dropped here today. And guys, can you see why I absolutely love just hanging out with her and chatting with her on the trip? Like we just had so much fun. So I so appreciate you sharing all these things with everybody. I hope this answered some questions for everybody on how you can really just be so open about how to share travel, because it really is that simple. In fact, I sat here and just thought of like 10 more people that I'm like, oh, I need to talk to these people. So I absolutely love it. So thank you so much. And I know you have another call, but real quick, is there anybody who has any questions? If not, we will wrap it up. But again, thank you so much for your time and coming on here. I appreciate it. I don't see any questions coming in. I think we're good. So thank you, Rhonda.
Oh my gosh, thank you so much for having me on. I know I talked a lot.
It's okay. It's worth it.
Come up with any questions after, let me know. But book a trip. That's all I'm going to say. Book a trip, even if it's just a hotel stay. Book it, screenshot. And this is something that I would put in my presentations. By the way, Jefferson's slides are also, if you wanted to do your own Zooms, his slides are also in the Call to Succeed app. So you can download the slides and you can add your own slides to it. So what I've done in the past is I'll go to the hotel website and screenshot what it cost for those dates, but then I'll go to our Club Secret booking engine and screenshot what we pay for it. And I add that into my presentation and show people when I'm presenting. I mean, one hotel stay pays for your whole annual membership, if not 2 years, like it did for mine. So it's a no-brainer. People, you're going to see a lot of people join because of Club Secret. So thank you guys so much. Oh, Genevieve has a question, I think.
Oh, Genevieve, do you have a question? I think
Oh, you answered it. I typed it in. I just wanted to know where the video was. Thank you so much. This is fabulous.
You're welcome.
Appreciate you.
All right,
All
guys,
right.
have a blessed day. Thank you, Trish. Do you mind including me on the recording?
I won't. As soon as it's rendered, I will get it out. I'll get it over to you. Okay. Thank you so much. All right.
Thanks, guys. Have a blessed day. Great
Thank you, Rhonda. Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.